Hi, welcome back to SQL Database Administration Hub. Today, we're automating backups with SQL Server Agent. Manual backups are fine for practice, but in a real production environment, your backups need to run automatically, on schedule, every single day, without you having to think about them. Let's set that up. SQL Server Agent is the built-in job scheduler that comes with SQL Server. It lets you automate any administrative task, including backups, and schedule them to run at specific times without manual intervention. In this video, we'll cover three things: creating backup jobs in SQL Server Agent, scheduling those jobs to run on the right frequency, and setting up alerts so you know immediately if something goes wrong. At the end of this video, your backup strategy will be fully automated. A SQL Server Agent job is a defined task that SQL Server Agent executes on your behalf. Each job contains one or more steps, and each step contains the actual work, in our case, to SQL backup commands. To create a backup job in SSMS, expand SQL Server Agent in Object Explorer, right-click Jobs, and select New Job. Give your job a meaningful name, something like Sales DB Nightly Full Backup, so its purpose is immediately clear. Then click Steps and add a new step. Name the step, select Transact SQL as the type, and enter your backup command. Backup database Sales DB to disk ACK with compression stats as 10. Notice the convert function in the file name. This appends the current date to the backup file name, so each backup gets a unique file rather than overwriting the previous one. Set the on success and on failure actions for the step. Typically, you want it to go to the next step on success and quit reporting failure on failure. Create separate jobs for your differential and log backups, following the same process with their respective TS/SQL commands. Once your job is created, you need to attach a schedule to it. Without a schedule, the job only runs when you manually execute it. In the New Job dialog, click Schedules, then New. Here you define when and how often the job runs. For your full backup job, set the schedule type to weekly, select Sunday, and set the time to your preferred off-peak window, something like 11 p.m. For your differential backup job, set it to daily, and choose a time like midnight on Monday through Saturday, so it runs every night except Sunday when the full backup already runs. For your log backup job, set it to recurring, daily, and set it to repeat every 15 or 30 minutes throughout the day. In the frequency settings, set the start time to when your business opens and end time to a reasonable window, or run it 24 hours a day for always-on databases. You can also create schedules independently under SQL Server Agent Schedules and attach shared schedules to multiple jobs, useful when several jobs should run at the same time. After saving your jobs and schedules, right-click the job and select Start Job to test it manually. Confirm the backup file appears in your target folder and review the job history for any errors. Creating jobs and schedules is only part of the automation story. You also need alerts, notifications that tell you when something goes wrong, so you don't discover a failed backup at the worst possible moment. SQL Server Agent alerts work with two things: an operator and an alert definition. An operator is the person or team that receives notifications. To create one, right-click Operators under SQL Server Agent and select New Operator. Enter a name and an email address. To send emails, SQL Server uses database mail. If you haven't set that up yet, go to Management Database Mail in SSMS and run the configuration wizard. An alert defines what condition triggers a notification. Right-click Alerts and select New Alert. You can trigger alerts based on SQL Server error numbers, severity levels, or performance conditions. For backup failures specifically, the easiest approach is to configure your job's notification settings directly in the job properties. Click Notifications, check the email option, select your operator, and set it to notify when the job fails. You can also configure a broader alert for severity levels 17 through 25 errors. These are the most serious SQL Server errors that indicate significant problems, including backup failures. With alerts in place, you'll receive an email the moment any backup job fails, giving you time to investigate and resolve the issue before the next scheduled backup window. And that's backup automation with SQL Server Agent. To recap, you created backup jobs with TS/SQL steps that run your full differential, and log backups automatically with date stamp file names. You set up schedules that run the right backup type at the right frequency: weekly full, nightly differential, and frequent log backups. And you configured alerts with operators and email notifications so you know immediately when any backup job fails. With this setup in place, your backup strategy runs itself. Your only remaining responsibility is to monitor job history regularly, verify backup files are being created, and periodically test your restores. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and I'll see you there.
Generous Academy.